Hello, I'm Deb Keyes with Stampin' on the Hill. Thanks for joining me and welcome to my stamp room. It is May 14th, 2025, and I just need to know how many of you just love the new in colors? Have you seen them yet? Have you seen any of the new products yet? How long is your wish list? I know mine is huge and I can't afford to buy everything all at once. So I'm pacing myself. So you'll see a few new products here and there in the coming weeks, but I'm trying to pace myself. But if you have a wish list of $100 or more, please consider the Join special that Stampin' Up! Has through the end of May. You get $165 worth of product for just $99. And then there's some free perks too. You get a free paper pumpkin and you get free shipping and free catalogs. And my upline is doing a virtual stamping event for all new members. So that'll be fun. I forgot how many projects she said there's going to be, a dozen or 15, or I don't remember now. But anyway, so a good place to start. Okay, so it's beginning of May. It is the May sketch week for that. So let me show you the sketch. There it is. All right, so, and I even included some dimensions on this one because I had such a rough time putting this together myself that I thought, oh, I need to include some instructions, because how are you going to know what size squares to make that's going to fit in that little bitty space? So we did that. Let's get to our hands. And so I am using today the Textured Notes stamp set, Pretty Peacock ink. I have to set this stuff aside here for a minute while I'm, these are the in color dots. What are they called? Resin dots in color. So it'll match. I have already previously stamped in Summer Splash, the leaf collection, which, by the way, is on the last chance list. I believe it's still on the last chance list. So if you love this, get it now before it's gone. We're going to cut that though. Get these out of the way. I have some 1 inch. So I've already pre-cut my backgrounds from the sketch. So these are the mats that are 1 inch. So I already pre-cut those. So you didn't have to watch me do it. I have, this is the layer that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Oops. And then I need that. Set it off the side. And then this is going to be for the inside. So this is just 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to put that over here for now. And then our typical, this is Melon Mambo. So this is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And we scored it at 4 1/4. So I like to get all my dry pieces together here first. Bring in my bone folder. And get a crease on there. Okay, so this is how this layer is going to look. All right. So this technique, or this sketch, is really great for doing like small graphics. Let me just bring this one in here a minute for you. I used the Planted Paradise stamp set, and see how there's all, there's a pot, but there's all these little leaves and flowers. Well, they're sort of succulents, I guess. But so because they're so little, they seem to get lost on a card. So anyway, this is a good technique for that. So we're going to, I want it to go this way, and I'm going to try to keep all my pieces in order. And I'm going to cut this at 7/8. You know what? I'm going to cut the top of this off just a little bit anyway. We'll cut off this much because it didn't quite go to the edge. It'll be fine. All right, so 7/8, which is just a smidge below a 1. Now I told you I want to keep these in order, so I'm going to set this one here. And I've only got like 3 strips that I need. So I'm only going to cut 3. I just did that at 1, didn't I? I did. Well, hopefully this isn't going to matter too much. I really wanted them to be the same, but so that one, and then this at 7/8. All right, so these are scrap. And now these 3, I'm going to try to do this together. Nope, I'm not. I'm going to do them one at a time. So let's see. They're going to go back down just like this. I'm going to start with this side first. And this will be the top. Set it back down that way. You probably don't have to put these in order, but I didn't try this first. So I was thinking if I kept them in order, then it would have a really cool effect if I put them all back together. So there's that one. And then I'm going to need this one probably. All right. So there. You can kind of see on the side over here. I was just making sure that you could see something, but, and then same this strip, and I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so the last piece, we're only going to use the top 3, if you can see them here. So I'm not even going to bother to continue cutting. So let's move this out of the way and bring in our pretty peacock pieces and hope the glue works. I did actually try it before oh, there, look at that. It worked. Did you see it? First try. I actually tried it before I went to recording. Shoot. Like this, didn't it? Yep. All right, so I'm trying to keep them in order so that I know this is the top. So I can put them back together the right way. So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing this a minute quick. You can see here are my 3 on this side. Bring back this for you to see. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then over 1, and then down an extra 1. So what I did was I just took them out of the spaces that were left in my flat sheet that I started with. Okay, so now we need to, let's see. You see over here? Okay. I'm going to dry fit these on here in the same order again. And I feel like they need to be quite close. This one's going to be down here. This one will be above it. And this one is going to be over here. Okay, so that's about right. I'm going to move them up just a little bit. Of course, my hands are shaky and I can't do a darn thing. Okay. Must have been all that coffee. I, for Mother's Day, got a camping version of a French press, and I have not tried it yet. Of course, we had been done camping by the time I got it, but I'm so excited to try it. I've never had coffee from a French press before, and my daughter-in-law swears by it. So knowing that we were going to be doing a lot of camping this year, decided we needed one. So very excited about that. If you've tried it and you love it, let me know. As I'm going to speed this up. Okay, so this is what we have. I'm going to get rid of all these little pieces over here. You could use them again for make another one. It probably doesn't matter if it looks like it needs like to be together. I just thought it would probably look cool if you could still see like the whole leaf shape coming through here. So that's the way I chose to do it. I'm going to come in now with the pretty peacock, and we're just going to make this a thank you card. And again, the thank you is from Textured Notes. And then I'm going to also show you, I'm going to put it kind of on an angle here. I don't know why necessarily, just so I don't have to worry so much about the ink. And look at that, messed up. Don't worry, I'm going to try to give it a nice fix. Oh, wait, we want this out because we want to, I was going to show you a tip in case you didn't know it. We're going to use You Seriously Are the Best on the inside. But here's how do you line it up and make it straight? So what I not like to do is I try to eyeball with like an imaginary line underneath the letters, and I line them up on either my grid paper or my glass mat here. And then I take a piece of paper and I hold it at the line and make sure it's straight. It looks like it could go up a little bit this way. All right. Then you take your clear block and you make sure that like the edges here align with one of these farther out lines this way so that it's straight. Okay. Now we can actually stamp it. And don't push too hard because there's ink everywhere. All right, perfect. So there you go with that. We should clean this off. Got ink everywhere. That was a juicy pad, and I don't think I've even re-inked it yet. And I love that color, so I use it a lot, but wow, is it juicy. Okay, so this is going to go on the inside. We'll get that ready. And this on the inside of the card. And get this on the outside. This one was a little more time consuming than my normal, but I thought it was cute. I liked the design of it, so I thought, well, okay, we'll give it a share and see. Okay, so now the gems. And I open them from the side because it's supposed to be easier, but these are glued on. This is glued on to that cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to use, I like to use my scissors a lot of times, but I'm going to cover up this. Come on. Well, that didn't work out for me very well, did it? It took it right off the, there we go. And cover that one up. And cover that one up. And I usually do like some sort of a triangle. I really want one down here though. We'll just put one down there. So that's just a little bit opposite of the one we did, but we were able to cover those little ink mistakes. All right. So there's that one. Here's this one. This one I put another colored mat around it and stuff like that just because I had the time and I was doing it fancy, more fancy. but you don't have to be fancy. Okay, what else? I think that's it for the cards. I hope you take the challenge. I'd love to see what you posted or what you create. If you would please take a picture and post it to Monday's post of the graphic, I would appreciate it. I love to see what everybody makes. If you're local to the Cedar Springs, Grand Rapids, or surrounding areas, I would love for you to join us for our in-person classes. Although starting in June, I'm also going to offer a virtual class option. So I'll put a link to the club details in the description so you can check it out and see what that's all about rather than me. I think I said it last week or something like that, so I'm not going to go through all of the details yet again, but I do have them in written form. So go ahead and click on that to see. And I guess as far as coming to the classes, the details are best found on Facebook. I create an event for those. Although it does then the links in order to register for the class takes you to my Stampin' Up website on Stampin' Up. So and the stuff's in there too, calendar and everything. Or the newsletter. So if you sign up for the newsletter, I'll put a link in the description for the newsletter as well. Sign up for the newsletter, and then there's just clickable links within the newsletter that you can sign up. The newsletter comes out the first Wednesday of every month. So, and if you don't already have a demonstrator, I would love to be yours. Email me or message me, and I will get you a catalog. Until next time, thank you for watching.